Our representatives are currently busy. Please stay on the line, and your call will be answered by the next available representative. The estimated hold time is currently less than 96 minutes. You are currently caller number 32.
Are you tired of getting blown out of the water by other web hosting solutions? At BladeNode.com, our affordable web hosting and quick customer support is our #1 priority. BladeNode Web Hosting was started with a mission to provide premium hosting at half the price as other hosts without sacrificing features, reliability, and 24/7 customer support with a live technician. Join our community today by visiting BladeNode.com and using promo code BLADE10 for 10% off your first package.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the BladeNode Cup Series here by ISNF on the ESBN YouTube once again, and I'm joined by Tony Trapasso. Hello.
Welcome to the Diamond in the Desert, my friend. Thank
you very much. Definitely one of the more interesting tracks here. It's got a lot of character, I think, and it's definitely one that stands out from some of the rest of the ovals, which may be a bit more in line with each other.
Well, Phoenix is definitely a track all unto its own, but this is the first time we're seeing the new layout of this track. So forgive me ahead of time if I get some of the corners wrong. 3 and 4 have been the flat corners for years. They are now 1 and 2, and the bank corner is now 3 and 4. And the start-finish line is no longer down the tunnel. It is in the middle of the dog leg, or just before the dog leg. So that's going to make for some interesting racing here tonight.
Yeah, it's going to mix things up for some people who may be used to the start-finish line being where it was, and used to a bit more of an easy dog leg. Because I remember racing the 2000 older version of this track, and it definitely looks a lot different than it does now. And apologies. I'm glad to say that we are once again joined by the league owner here, Ria Ferris. Hello, Ria.
Hi, how are you guys tonight?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
I'm great. Nice to be back in a city that I'm quite familiar with. Lived out here for 17 years before I eventually moved up here to Maine. My original hometown, of course, is Cleveland, but yeah, got a lot of connections out here in the desert. So I've actually got to see many laps turned on the hillside up there. I used to grab lawn chairs and grab some friends. Would go over there and hang out on the hillside up there in the cactus fields there and watch the races. And for $20, can't beat it,
Rattlesnake Hill.
Rattlesnake Hill. Go round them up before they put the chairs down, and some good racing from up there. But now I see they got the grip package as part of the this change up you guys were talking about, and I have to say it's got a lot more grip than it used to. However, the sun just peaked out, and I noticed that the last lap that I turned was a lot more slick than when we had cloud cover initially beginning in this practice session. That is going to make, I think, the make or break it right there for us. So cloud cover, yay. Sun, nay. I think that's going to really, really cause a lot of cautions at sun peeking out.
Well, you hit the nail right on the head there with, it's relatively cool conditions for the greater Phoenix Metroplex. Only 84-degree Fahrenheit ambient air temperature, but that track temperature has gone up 4 degrees in the last 2 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's going to be what we need to be watching out for tonight. With the time zone change, just the daylight savings time change, and then the fact that Arizona does not switch clocks, they're only 2 hours behind Eastern, so they are going on 4 o'clock p.m. Time there right now. So that sun position is not anywhere near setting. So we're gonna be fighting this all night, I think. But I want to give a big shout out. First of all, I see Hermie Sadler has joined us. He hasn't been with us for a little while. He's still been a league member all this time, though. And so, Hermie, welcome back. We love seeing you out there. He actually is driving his throwback number 25 car. He actually ran it in real life. It's a replica. ISNF actually created that for him. Actually, they paid a painter to have that done, and Hermie drives it. And it's nice to have him in here. And then a couple shout outs too to some new drivers that we have joining us for the first time as well. Emily Urias subbing in the 20 car for Landon Mills tonight. And let's see, Joey Burgee driving the 3 car tonight in place of Austin Reedy. And there was another one, I believe the car number 95 of Skylar Carnes. He's driving the number, 95 in place of Robert Edgerton tonight.
And the 52 of Linus Brostrom, too.
Actually, so Linus Brostrom is now going to be the designated driver for the 52 because Isaac Wilson moved out of the 52 and into the 14 at SHR permanently. So there's a little bit of a driver swap there with a new driver coming in, too. So pretty exciting to see what these guys can do tonight, as well as myself. I'm hoping for a good points day, wrapping it up as we only have tonight and next week at New Hampshire to figure out who's going to be in the chase and go for the championship cup. So if you guys have any questions, let me know. And otherwise, I'll let you guys go and show the point standings and everything while we're doing our qual.
I don't have any. I don't have any questions. I don't know about you, Tony.
But back-to-back home races for you in the next couple of weeks here.
Yeah, actually, yes, you're right about that. Yeah, two kind of, sort of, yeah, exactly. So I will talk to you guys later, hopefully from a podium position.
Good luck, Ria.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Qualifying underway right now, Jason, is looks like we've got a handful of drivers getting right after it already. One of them being the aforementioned Hermie Sadler, as he's out on track right now in the 25. Coming down the hallway now, which used to be the front straightaway, now leads into turn 3 as he's getting ready to take the green flag to fire off his 2 hot laps.
Yeah, he's choosing to go early, and I probably would as well, as we were talking about the heat, and the sun is definitely still out, so it's not going to get any cooler. So you're probably best off just marginally going out early.
Absolutely, as time's starting to trickle in. The 23 of Francisco Villarreal goes quick time so far, 26.49 for the 23. Sadler's first time is going to slot him in third quick so far, so not a bad first lap. Let's see if anybody can improve on their seconds here. As Tanner Nowell jumps up to second quick, 26.68. So roughly 0.2 of a difference so far between first and second. As
Sadler not improving.
Jalen Battle, first lap, going to put him 10th quick. As Dave Corshane out on track right now. Ria's out on track. Marcus Hagman out there as well. Hagman going to slide in 18th quick on his first flyer. As time's coming in hot and heavy now. Linus Brostrom, who had the quickest time in the hot lap session, or the practice session before this, jumps up to 5th quick on his first lap.
Yeah, Battle didn't improve either.
Yeah, that's kind of surprising there. Looks like he may have had a little bit of an issue, as Joey Burgee in the 3 goes second quick. 26.54 for the driver of the 3. As Brostrom does not improve on his second lap. Yeah, and I'm liking what I'm seeing some of these guys do. Yeah. Some of them are practicing their pit entry, which with the reconfigure of this track, they changed the way you get on and off of pit road. So in case we get a long green flag stint, it's going to behoove you to really know how to get on and off pit road effectively. But the biggest thing that's going to take some getting used to is the pace car is going to duck off coming out of 2. Then the leader has control of the field till they get to 3.
Yeah. That's definitely an interesting one. And the entry to pit lane is going to be very important, I think, because we saw last week out some very long green flag running. So if they can keep it up into this week, then we'd definitely be seeing that become useful. And I think it's about a minute before they start gridding up, so what better time to have a look at the point standings at the moment?
Absolutely. Is big shocker, Jalen Battle still sitting atop the pile, 210 points to the good over Francisco Villarreal, who has a 300, am I seeing this right? 111 points over Derek Cook. Wow. That has
those two
increased.
are in the league of their own, I think.
Absolutely, but it is going to get reset. Top 12 go on to the playoff rounds with no stages. They're not going to be cutting heads. It's just straight up a points race for the last handful of races. But the where we really want to concentrate is right about from 9th on back, from James Kerr sitting in 9th. You got Joey Hopley, Joey Maines, and then Ricky Hudgens is currently the last driver in, but then it gets real tight.
I think important to remember that Ricky Hudgens and Pete Woodrum are no longer racing in this league, but obviously they'll still show up.
Right, but Mike Iskandar is. So after tonight, he should be in the good. Travis Browder still in the league, though. So Iskandar does have to be careful, as looks like drivers are starting to grid up.
Yeah, so we can then confirm the grid for today's race if the point standings want to go away. Hang on. There we go. Just get the grid up then. We've got Francisco Villarreal on pole with Joey Burgi in second. It's his first start here in the BladeNode Cup Series, along with Skylar Carnes in third. Also his first start. Austin Cook is in fourth with Travis Browder in fifth. Linus Broström is the quickest of the Swedes today in qualifying, lines up in sixth. Tanner Nowell in seventh. Russell Bratker's in eighth with Chad Waller in ninth, and Hermie Sadler is in 10th.
Jamie Kerr going to roll off inside row number 6. He's going to be joined with points leader Jalen Battle. Give me 1 second here as my timing and scoring just took a puke. Pete Van Sprundle going to be rolling off inside row number 7. He's going to be joined with John Nedich Jr. Brian Chu and Isaac Wilson make up row number 8, with row 9 going to Marshall Harris and Mike Iskandar. Dave Corshane and Ria Ferris rolling off in row number 5.
Yeah, Marcus Hagman is the last to set a time. He's in 21st position with JB Banner starting in 22nd. Joey Manis in 23rd with Carl Terrio starting 24th. Then we have Jacob Black in 25th with John Hopley 26th. Zachary Taylor is in 27th with Derek Cook 28th. Aaron Conover 29th and Thomas Stanley 30th.
Absolutely. So that brings us back to row number 16. That's going to give us Casey Tomlinson and Dave Holmberg. Emily Uris, in her first start with the league in the JGR 20, is going to roll off in row number 17 with Ethan Woodward. And starting shotgun on the field in the 38 is going to be Bob Weisklop. So 35 cars scheduled to roll off here tonight, 155 laps of scheduled distance, 65% fuel fill, no fast repairs, 5 sets of tires to get it done. And, we've already heard Rhea mention that there's a ton more grip than there usually has been here in the desert. As pace car is already in, doesn't even make sense to put the pace car out there when pit entry is where it is. As Villarreal gonna have the button as the field works into turn number 3 and into the Red Cat restart zone. Coming out of turn number 4. Green flag is in the air, and we are underway here in Phoenix. Burgee getting a good run on that second lane so far as they come down the hallway for the first time. Villarreal able to wrestle the lead away as the battle right now is for third between Carnes and Austin Cook. Cook on the high side, Carnes on the high side. And we've got one around already. That's the 52 of Linus Brostrom. No caution yet as he spun onto the apron.
Kept it out the wall, I think.
Luckily kept it out of the wall. As
yeah, Burgee had a great start, but it looks like he's just dropping back a bit here. He was
and
he wasn't
probably
first
wisely
momentarily.
so.
Yeah.
Starting to get it out, and you'll notice we do have an open dog leg here tonight. Now that could lead to some problems, especially considering that is right where the start-finish line is. So we're going to see some interesting things start to happen as the tension starts to ramp up here as the wow, that was ugly.
Yeah, I just switched to it. It looked like there was looked like from my timing screen that some good battling was happening, and then I just switched to a crash. I have to get a replay of that one. Where are we going to be?
Absolutely.
Let's have a look. Looks like the 10 was just spun, and then that caused the 25 to try and avoid. Got loose into the 14, into the 54. 43 got involved as well in the end.
It started with the 10.
Yeah.
I don't know if he spun or if he just he kind of got it wrong coming out of 2.
Yeah.
Which you would expect. You know, that it used to be turn 4, and that used to be Calamity Corner back in the old layout of this track, but he got it sideways, chased it down the track, then up the track, and everybody took evasive actions, and yeah, all hell broke loose behind him. 13 involved, 25 involved, so Hermie Sadler catching a piece of that one. Oh. Yeah, the 14. Yeah, the 14 just clobbered the 25, and that brought out all hell was breaking loose there. Yikes! It could have been a lot worse than it was, though. As Marshall Harris having issues as well in the 17.
Yeah, it was a good number of drivers just avoided it, so good heads-up driving from them, but unfortunate for the guys that got involved. I don't think there was much more any of them could have done.
Yeah, it looks like the 52 and the 17 kind of just had a meeting of the minds going into 3.
Yeah.
And Sadler's decided to put it on the hauler, and we've got a lot of other cars in the pits trying to get those rides fixed.
That's unfortunate for Hermie Sadler on his first race back in a while.
Absolutely, as Zach Taylor decided not to start. Now, I did receive word from league management that they are doing a new driver rating system, and they've been kind of collecting the data. And it used to be, DNFs didn't really hurt that much. Well, they've changed the way that those rating systems are tallied now, and a DNF, or start and park and leave the session will basically kill your driver rating from now on. As the lights are out on the Ford Mustang GT 500 pace car, we're going to rack them, stack them, and try it again. Villarreal, Carnes, Cook, and Burgee, your top 4, is get ready to fire them off. Pace car getting ready to make that duck onto pit road on the exit of 2. Villarreal going to have the button from there.
Good pace car comes in, and we've got the long wait now.
Yeah, this is a little weird about the only other track I can think of that does it this way would be there's one of the layouts at Irwindale that has a similar thing going on. As the field works its way into the Red Cat restart zone, Villarreal can pull the trigger when he feels like it. As they come out of the restart zone, green flag in the air, Villarreal pulls the trigger, Carnes goes with him. They got to watch out for that 33 of Austin Cook. We've seen him real strong since he got into the Cup Series. Somebody's trying to make it 3 wide already.
Ooh, good luck with that one.
It
Looks like Carnes is making it work around the outside. He's managed to get through.
And that's the thing with this track. What is now 1 and 2, that second lane will pay dividends as the race wears on and we get further in. Is Skylar Carnes going to get credited with leading that lap? And I'm seeing a lot of smoke as something.
A bit of contact between the two leaders, I think.
Yeah, a little bumping and banging there coming off of the transition for the dog leg. And that's something you're going to see a lot of, especially as the tension starts to ramp up, as they're 3 wide again.
I was going to say, they know we've got quite a few laps to go, right?
I would assume so. Looks like the 66 of John Needich Jr. realizing that it was 3 wide and he was the meat, kind of wisely backing out of that one. As that is our leader, Jalen Battle, or points leader, Jalen Battle, in the Xbox number 27, trying to make some headway right now.
It looks like we've got a bit of battling further back as well, with JP Banner alongside, or was alongside, the 6 of Hopley. He's looking forward to the 47 of Dave Corshane, and it looks like he's going to get that one done pretty quickly. So he's moving forward.
And we are under caution again. Looks like Casey Tomlinson. Yes, it was. Tomlinson caught a piece of that previous caution and looked like he just got it all wrong coming off a 2. Yep. Snap, see you bye.
Yeah, I managed to catch how that works, how that started, but iRacing deciding I don't need to see any more of that.
Well, that's just it.
Yeah.
He just, when he went to go lay the power down, he was a little too low coming off of what is now turn 2. And, you know, history will tell you that if you try to stay that low going into the hallway, you know, it doesn't work.
Yeah, he's coming in now, and he's going to want to try and call his crew chief to get a new bumper in. Because there is nothing on the front of that car from what I can see.
Yeah, he's basically driving a pavement modified at this point. But unfortunately, there is no fast repair. So he's going to be spending an extended time on pit road to have the team go to the crash cart and try to get that car fixed.
Yeah. I mean, personally, I don't know how I feel about fast repairs. It's like... It just feels like you get a free crash point.
Pretty much, yeah. You know, it makes you think twice before you try something stupid. So... Looks like Kerr, Banner, Cushane, Hagman, Weisskopf, Marshall. Yeah, we've got some takers going down as we're only working lap 12 of 155. But how about the 95 of Cairns? Pretty impressive run so far. Already up a couple spots. Biggest mover so far, though, Ethan Woodward, plus 16. Along with Emily Urias, too. Urias running 17th and 18th, respectively. You know, those two kids are making some headway early, and it's good to see some progress.
Yeah, Urias and Woodward, I believe, both didn't qualify.
Right.
Which normally turns out to be a pretty good decision in these races. You get to have fun going through the field if you don't get caught in a crash.
You've not raced at Phoenix much, have you?
No, actually.
Yeah, not one of the easiest tracks to pass on, but hopefully with the new grip package, with the new layout that they've given us here in iRacing, so far it's really helped with some good battling that we've been seeing.
Yeah, but, it's definitely helped so far because Cons and Villarreal have been swapping positions pretty frequently in the first 15 laps, at least when we weren't under caution. And soon we're going to be under green again.
Absolutely, but it seems like that second lane coming off of 2, it's already starting to pay dividends. As you know, that track temperature is holding steady right around 88 degrees. So relatively cool for Phoenix. As the field working its way into the Red Cat restart zone one more time. Green flag in the air. Carnes pulls the trigger. Villarreal able to go with him. Austin Cook taking the extreme low line coming through the dog leg, trying to make some headway as they haul it off into turn number 1.
Looks like it's going to work for him because I believe he's near. He was not quite alongside Villarreal. Looks like they're going 3 wide back there nearly.
Just about.
Yeah.
And we've got the 22 around. Tanner Nowell going for a ride. Looks like he may have gotten the old Spanish Archer going into 3.
Let's see what happened there.
Yep, just a light touch on the quarter panel, and up the track goes the 22, and oi!
Smash. Oof.
Here comes Daredevil.
The 14 managed to find the gap between the sideways 22 and the heavily damaged 9.
Just ever so barely misses the 9. Probably a good thing he was already missing the front nose piece, or else that definitely would have ripped it off.
Yeah.
But Ethan Woodward not able to get on the binders in time and just blast the 22. But, the
tail end of Isaac Wilson's car is not looking healthy either.
True story. But I had somebody ask me the other day, "What do you mean when you say Spanish Archer?" The old elbow. So, nothing malice intended about that. It was just one of them racing deals of you take that corner, which is now turn 3. It's a later apex than you think it is to get the faster line. And, Nowell tried to take that later apex, and, your points leader was right there and capitalized on it, got to his inside. And unfortunately, they just had a meeting of the minds.
Yeah, it does happen sometimes, but I think looking at it now, we might actually have to be worried about the instant points for some of these drivers.
You are correct.
It's early to speak about it, but I don't see everyone getting through without at least someone getting to that 18x.
I can pretty much guarantee you we're going to see at least one car get hit with that tonight. Just in the 30-minute hot lap session, there were 12 cars north of 22. Yeah. So, very easy to do here at Phoenix. Especially when you consider that a spin out is 2, hitting another car with force is 4, and brushing the wall is 2. Very easy to quickly add those up. So we are currently working lap 19, getting ready to put 19 in the books of the 155 laps. We've already seen a few takers go down pit road. Looks like only a couple drivers decided to take fuel, as I believe Derek Cook in the 41 is the only one that actually took 4 on purpose.
I'm interested to know, just for my sake, rather than anyone else, because I'm pretty sure everyone watching will already know. But what are the what's the situation with that dog leg? Like, can you go the entire way down to the wall?
As long as you don't hit that inside wall, you're fair game.
Oh, fair enough.
However, coming through what is now turns 1 and 2, you've got to be north. You have to have at least 2 tires north of the yellow line.
Yeah.
I would suggest putting all 4 tires north of the yellow line, considering that the second line is actually the faster of the 2 lines. But yeah, you have to have at least 2 tires north of that yellow line. As the field going into the Red Cat restart zone one more time. Skylar go in single file this time, so that probably will help the pacing a little bit as Villarreal looks to the inside of Carnes, not able to make it happen. As side by side, that's Joey Burgee on the high side, Austin Cook on the inside. Pair of threes battling it out for the 3rd position. Give it to Cook.
Yeah, Burgee's going to come back after a good run on the high side. He's going to take the low side this time around and nearly get clear, but not quite. Cook's going to manage to stick around the outside, gets loose, nearly taps the wall. That's going to allow Travis Browder in the 18 onto his inside in the dog leg. Coming through, Cook's probably going to get the best run off here from the high side.
Absolutely.
So I would give that one to Cook.
Absolutely. You kind of want your left side tires on that second seam going through 1 and 2. As don't look now, but Jalen Battle already up 6 spots, running in the 6th position. As looks like a little bit further back, they're starting to heat it up. That's John Nettis Jr. in the 66, slugging it out with Pete Van Sprundle in the 13 as they work their way off of turn 2.
Yeah, it's interesting to see these different lines working, because obviously you can get ahead of someone using the inside, but they're just going to have the best run out of the corner and immediately come back at you. But I guess if you're able to defend that, then you'll be doing well, as we see Jalen Battle and Russell Brack are going side by side with Cook and Browder side by side just in front of them. See who comes out on top of those 2 of those. Browder's managed to get past Cook. Cook's trying to stick it on the inside. I'm not sure that's going to work out though.
Well, coming through the dog leg, going through 1, that's the preferred line. Through 3, going through 3 and 4, it's the preferred line. Going through 1 and 2, you want to be in that second lane. So the 18 going to be able to maintain up there as again, Battle and Bratka still side by side for 6th. Bratka with the preferred line going through 3 and 4, and he's going to have the preferred line going through the dog leg as well. Now, that's something you really got to be careful of, too, when you're side by side with somebody. If they're not going as low as you want to, we could very easily see some issues start to form, especially in the later laps of this piece.
Yeah, I can see how that can become an issue, especially if you're being very aggressive going up to for some... Okay, Bratka was just having a bit of a blink there.
Issue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A bit of a wiggle from him as well.
We've got a couple drivers that have decided to put it on the hauler already. I'm counting currently 3 sitting out. Sadler being the first one, Kyle Theriault putting it on the hauler, as well as Dave Corshane all putting it on the hauler early, calling it a night, as I'm still showing Zach Taylor not going out on track at all, but he is in the session.
Yeah, that's a weird one. I think we saw that with one of the drivers last time out. I can't remember who it was, but they came out just towards the end.
He could be doing race control for us tonight. Possibility.
Yeah,
I haven't received word yet on that one. As Marcus Hagman in the 54 slugging it out with Joey Maines for the number 13 spot. And you see a lot of damage on Maines' number 42. Maines involved in one of those early tussles, as Hagman already up 8 spots. And he's got a little bit of an uphill battle to try to reel in those in front of him. I believe the next car he's going to get to is going to be, yes, Tanner Nowell in the 22, who's already a couple laps down.
Yeah,
and Ethan Woodward has now put it on the hauler as well. So cars dropping like flies.
Yep, everyone getting a bit more spread out here as my iRacing timing is going wild. Figuring out who's in the lead. It is still Carnes from VRL, from Burgee, from Browder. I was clearly
Battle
on
hot
the
and
opposite
heavy.
side of the track.
Absolutely. Battle hot and heavy right now for, I believe that's 20th. Yes, it is. Derek Cook and JB Banner going to a slugfest right now. As Cook's car looks like it has seen better days as he's making his way through traffic, gets clear of Banner and starts to set sail. As battle starting to heat up for 9th as well between Pete Van Sprundel and John Nedich Jr. It's Nedich in the 66, Van Sprundel in the 13 as they go into 3 and 4 to get ready to put 32 in the books.
Yeah, looks like Jacob Black could join them here if they sit side by side for too long. 13's going to get a good run out here. So interesting to see which side he's going to choose. He's not going to have a choice if he gets a run now.
And he's got to dive it in there.
Yep.
Nadich, though, giving him plenty of room, gets the run off of 2. That's going to help with the corner entry going into 3. So Van Sprundel going to be able to carry more speed on corner entry as it's Nedich gets the spot. Van Sprundel slides back.
Yeah, we're just seeing a train forming here. It's who's that in front? That's Waller and Bracker in front, and then Battle getting through the lap traffic of Isaac Wilson, who is he's still going. To be fair to him, I think I would try and get that damage repaired first if he can.
Well, there's not a lot they can do. I mean, you take the required repairs and everything after that. It's not really going to help much other than help to make sure you don't overheat. As right now, Chad Walker all over Russell Bradka as they come off of 4 one more time. And, I mean, it's just hot and heavy right now between the two of them for the number 6 spot. That is your closest battle on track. And just as I say that, Marshall Harris in the 17 looking in the inside of Emily Urias. Ooh, Urias into the wall.
Yeah, just about caught that there. Hit into hit big hit to the right side.
Misjudged turn 1, completely pancaked the right side of that Ream number 20 Toyota. And you see a lot of damage on the 17 involved in one of those earlier fracases. But, you know, those two just going hammer and tongs at it right now. Urias already up 17 as we got another one into the wall, it sounded like.
Looked to me like there was a bit of contact there coming through. Ooh, what would that be? Is that 3?
That was 1.
2? 1?
They're in 3 now.
I'm completely
yeah,
completely
it takes
messed
a little
with the corner
getting
numbers. Yeah.
Yeah, they spun the track 180 degrees of how it used to be. As here we go, Harris to the inside, and that was contact there. Good
both
grief.
keeping it the right way round though, so props to them. But did I see Urias in the air a bit there?
Yes, the back end of that car completely off the ground and sideways. How she kept that Toyota under her, I have no idea, but just amazing driving job for the rookie. Here comes the 6, Joey Hopley looking to make some headway on Harris now, as Urias seems to have been starting to stretch her legs, as JB Banner all over the back of Derek Cook again as well, right behind him.
Yeah, Cook looks to be going a bit slower than JB Banner through there. Just sort of losing the back of them. Banner's already got up to Hopley to try and make that pass, so he's definitely looking forward and moving forward. He's up 7 spots at the moment. Definitely still not our biggest mover. That still goes to Emily Urias, who's up 20 spots now. Quick mention to Bob Wyckoff, up 17. So good job to both of them so far, as we're, what, about a quarter of the way through?
Just about. But, you know, a little bit of pockets of racing going on here. You know, field kind of getting a little more strung out than we were at the beginning. I think that single file restart really helped matters on that one. As looks like Austin Cook has caught Ria Ferris.
Yep, that's now Ria Ferris being lapped.
And unfortunately, she got caught up in that early fracas and spent an extended time on pit road. So that's why she is not as high up as she should be. Actually, I'm showing that she pit started.
Did she? Oh, that might explain it then, because it looks like a fairly clean car to me.
Yeah, a 0 pit with 2 minutes and 37 seconds on pit road. So yeah, that's a pit start. Wow, big moment for the 33 at Cook under heavy pressure from Russell Bradka right now, as I believe that's Jalen Battle right there with him. Battle and Cook on the high side. Bradka trying to make it happen on the low side in that Milwaukee Tools.
Whoa.
That was a big... Sorry, the hell does that say? That is not Milwaukee Tools. I apologize, folks.
Which one?
Bradka. Tillamook?
Tillamook?
Tillamook. So we're going to have to ask for
right.
clarification as to what that is. But again, if you are watching right now, we do thank you. Don't forget to like, favorite, subscribe, share, and turn on bell notifications so you don't miss a single moment of action. I see there's a few people watching right now. Let us know who you're pulling for.
Yeah, either way for these guys, I think it's going to be tires soon, because they've been looking a lot more dicey out there on corner exits.
Probably, and it's a safe bet right now.
I'm not sure how long the fuel lasts, but you'll definitely want to be safe on the tires at least.
Absolutely, as Cook has gotten by Battle. Whoa! That was a moment.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
And that was because Battle was trying to come off of turn 2 on the low side, and you can't really lay the power down like you can on that second and upper lane. So, that's not going to help matters either. Is Battle into the wall. Bradka gets to the inside, and Bradka has to chase it down the track.
Yeah, they're just displaying exactly what I was saying, which is really nice of them. But looks like the two leaders are getting pretty close as well, going through the traffic. Villarreal. Oh wait, no, that's Villarreal and Burgee, sorry.
Yeah, Villarreal and Burgee working their way. That is the 41 of Derek Cook, as your leaders have already lapped up to 16th.
Yeah, the leaders are going very quickly here. Well, that's why they're the leaders.
Not wrong.
But just seeing how how much of a dent in the times that the tyres are doing. The best lap so far is a 26.6 as we go
there it
into
is.
yellow.
John Hopley in the 6. Ouch.
Ooh. Yeah, best lap so far is a 26.6, and most of them are doing mid-28s. So I wouldn't be surprised to see them come down pit road.
And that's what we were talking about earlier, where you go low. There's nothing that says, if you're down on that apron in the dog leg, there's nothing that says whoever's on your outside has to let you back up. And apparently Hopley, not paying attention to his spotter, just clobbers the 14, the 21 catching a piece of it as well.
Yeah, unfortunately, iRacing decided to censor that incident for me, so thank you very much for that. I've checked my settings many times, and I definitely have it to draw all cars, so I'm still not sure what's going on there. If anyone has any ideas, feel free to leave it in the live chat, and I'll try them out.
Gasoline in a match. But that brings out caution number 4, I believe. And wholesale pit stops for your lead lap cars. Not a big shocker there, as we are currently 52 in the books.
Yep, entirely unsurprising that they're all coming in. Get some fresh rubber on their cars. New shoes.
Standard operating procedure for everybody on the lead lap. Just foreign fuel.
Yep.
As Joey Maines
planning on coming in? Yep.
Yeah, he is. Joey Maines getting the free pass to put him, I believe that it puts him back on the lead lap.
Yep, and then he's just come in, because why wouldn't you?
Absolutely. That's a free stop, basically. It's got a handful of cars looking to get the wave around here. Jamie Kerr, Chad Wallace, and Linus Brostrom. So that's going to give us 17 cars on the lead lap when we go back to green here. And just received word on what the tire situation looks like. After 53 laps, there was one driver saying 85 and 86% left on the right front and right rear respectively. So yes, higher grip levels, but at the cost of tire degradation here tonight at Phoenix.
Yeah, from my road perspective, that doesn't feel like a lot, but I'm sure it feels like a lot on the ovals, especially on the rear tires.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you know, you guys over on the roadside, you know, you'll run them down to about 45% sometimes. Yeah. You know, trying to double stint in an endurance race, but you know, here on the oval, where you know every thousandth of a second counts, you know, that's new tires. Some of these guys are going to feel like Superman right now, as the lights do go out on the Ford Mustang GT 500 pace car. Field working its way into what is now turns 1 and 2. Pace car getting ready to duck on in. There it goes, and here we go to get ready to fire. They are going back double file, so this is going to be fun to see how this one plays out as the field working its way down the hallway. And the reason we call it that is it feels like you're driving down the hallway from your kitchen to your living room at speed. As Karn's going to have the button as the field working its way into the Red Cat restart zone into turn 3, and here we go to fire them back off with 55 laps in the books. And already some slicing and dicing right behind your leader.
Virgie almost looked like he would be able to go for the lead there, but it's a very deceptive corner, the dog leg, I think. Ooh, someone's in the wall.
That was Virgie.
Just as I was talking about him.
And the 17 add insult or injury to insult. Oh man. I saw him disappear going into one, and then when he reappeared
in the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what I saw.
So
a spin whilst
if I had to venture a guess, I'm going to say that was a net code punt.
Yeah.
So the good news is for the guys that stayed out to get back on the lead lap, that's going to put them back on pit cycle as they're able to now come down and get those rides serviced. Hagman coming down pit road, Jimmy Kerr coming down, Walker, Brostrom, and Harris all going down pit road. And Bergie, unfortunately, is going to be spending an extended period of time on pit road getting that car fixed.
Yep, and I don't know what I was going to say. There was nothing coming after the end.
And that's, one of them deals as far as, being in a simulator goes. You have just a packet loss for a fraction of a second, and all hell breaks loose. But you really have to feel for the 17 here tonight. Marshall Harris has been caught up in everybody else's dumpster fire.
Yeah, exactly. He's not had a good time of it so far. But still sticking with it, I'm sure. Currently in the pits, but he'll have to... I was going to say he'll have to come out pretty soon to avoid being lapped again, but he has now been lapped again. So, just probably getting everything fixed at this point, well, as far as it can be fixed.
A couple more retirements to let you guys know about. Ethan Woodward just put it on the hauler. JB Banner and John Hopley have all decided to call it a night. So that leaves us with, I'm counting 27 still circulating this piece.
Seems about right to me.
Absolutely is. Mike Iskandar still on pit road in the 43 trying to get that car fixed.
Yeah, he's on lap 4.
Right, but mind you, Tom Stanley spent 20 minutes on pit road.
Yeah.
So, and he's currently running 29th right now. Still has some positions to make up as a couple guys in front of him have already retired it. But Harris now spending an extended period of time on pit road in the 17.
Well, if you keep putting in laps, then you're just going to keep gaining positions slowly, because there's definitely still people to decide it's been a good one and then leave the track.
Bergie has sent it to the motorhome lot, so
probably still people to be forced out of the race as well with the DQ instant limits, as we're being single file here. No surprises there.
Yeah, probably for the safest bet right now, as Karn's going to have the button one more time. Has led a vast majority of the first 60 laps here, as we are getting ready to put lap 60 in the books of 155. Karns, Villarreal, Browder, Cook, Bradka, Van Sprundel, Nedich, Battle, Black, and Chu as they go into the Red Cat restart zone one more time. Green flag comes out, Karns pulls the trigger, and we are back underway. Oh, we got into the wall, got into it with the 66 of Nedich. That was a hard whack for the driver of the 53.
Yeah, I saw the 66 was opting not to take the open bit of the dog leg, I guess. He was opting not to go down to the inside and just stay up, and clearly Brack did not realize that and came straight back up into him.
Well, the biggest thing is, when you go down onto that apron, it can unsettle the car.
Yeah.
And, I don't blame Nedich for not wanting to go down there. He's trying to save the car, trying to keep that piece as solid as he can. as here comes Jacob Black trying to make some headway now, already up 17 spots, currently riding in the number 8 spot. As that time Netich does go down, you can see that car kind of bounce a little bit as he throws it to the Netich throws to the inside of Battle, coming through 1 and 2, drag race down the hallway, and you can see right there Battle was able to get a better run. And it's time for good news, bad news. Good news, Linus Brostrom back on the lead lap. Bad news, just set quickest time of the race, so putting the rest of the field on notice right now.
Ooh. Going to be an interesting one from him then, as 66 and the 27 are back side by side once again. Jalen Battle choosing the outside lane, as I think you probably normally would around here by the looks of things.
Well, I don't think he had a choice going through 3 and 4. Through what is now 1 and 2, Battle going to have the advantage over Netich, as Bradka is starting to have connection issues again, flashing there in the background. They're going to have to get this sorted out pretty quick, because here comes Brostrom and Black both reeling these guys in, hand over fist. And it looks like Brostrom has gotten that 52 pretty well sorted out. Is a little bit of a moment there for Black in the 49. Got a little twitchy coming through the dog leg. But this battle right now, right around the number 6 spot, is just hot and heavy, as here comes Brostrom to try to reel in Battle.
Yeah, and I've got to say, Linus Brostrom has done very well to get back up to 7th place currently, because he was involved in an early incident. He's been down pit lane 5 times from what I can see, so that might be even more. So he's done really well to recover it up. Marcus Hagman, fellow Swede, also been down pit road 5 times, is in 15th. So he's also done quite well for the 2 people who have been down pit road the most times in this race.
Absolutely. Is right now the 5th place runner, Pete Van Sprundle, under heavy pressure from your points leader, as Battle looks to the inside going through 1 and 2. Van Sprundle going to have the advantage coming down the hallway. Going to have to get this one sorted out real quick, because they got a heavy hitter in Linus Brostrom, reeling them in. Battle with the preferred line going through 3 and 4. Going to get the spot, as they are now 3 wide coming through the dog leg.
Jalen Battle there just trying to prove why he's the points leader. Trying to make a statement almost, as Brostrom seems to be cutting through this field like a hot knife in butter. I don't know whether that's due to 5-lap younger tyres potentially.
Yes.
Yeah. Didn't think they would make too much of a difference, but clearly they do.
Absolutely. And it looks like our leaders are already starting to get back into lap traffic. But yeah, this battle for around 5th, just a slugfest right now, as they finally they're starting to get it sorted out anyways.
Yeah, I think Brostrom's just going to try and run away from this and just sort of inch through the 2 or so second gap to Austin Cook. As I was saying, that's already down to 1.6 seconds, so he's going to be getting through that pretty quickly, I imagine. But he does have a few bits of lap traffic in front of him. We'll see how he gets through that. Oh, just trying to get past the 78.
Yikes.
Very tight there. Jalen Battle just diving to the outside of Dave Holmberg as well, while lapping him.
Holmberg's in one of those cars that if this was a real-world race, NASCAR would probably black flag him, going, dude, you're a danger to everybody, with just how little bodywork is left on that car. As Brostrom gets a little bit sideways coming off of 4, worked his way around the lap car. That is the 20, and that's the 21. So that's Urias and Tom Stanley As yeah, Brostrom fastest lap that time last time by, even through the lap traffic. So definitely one to keep an eye on right now in the debut race here with the ISNF Cup Series.
Yeah, I'm just looking back now for the battle for 6th. Jalen Battle's got a bit of a gap to the 13 and the 53 of Van Sprundle and Bratka right behind him. But Van Sprundle and Bratka going, ooh,
that was a Code
loose.
Brown moment.
Yeah. Can they change his trousers in the pit stop?
No, but if you are in the Greater Phoenix Metroplex and you need your fire suit dry cleaned, you want to go to Juan's over on Baseline.
I was gonna say insert street name here.
No, it's over on Baseline, just past the I-10.
Cool. Good. I think it's good to know for some of these guys because I'm sure there's going to be more of those moments coming.
True story.
Just everyone's spreading out quite nicely here at the moment. Khan's in the lead, has a 4/10 gap back to Villarreal, and it's 1.3 seconds to Browder, 1.3 to Cook, 1.8 to Rostrom.
13th. Marcus Hagman and Jamie Kerr going into a slugfest, going into one right now. As you can see, a lot of damage on the Slayer number 54 of Hagman. Working on Kerr right now, wrestled the spot away. Kerr going to try to battle back down the hallway, leading into turn number 3. Give the spot to Hagman. As Joey Maines in the 42 starting to make some headway as well, even though he is driving a pavement modified, missing the nose of that Chevy Camaro.
Yeah, looks like he's still able to put in some semi-competitive times with the towards the rear of the lead lap. Might be able to even try and make a move here on Jamie Kerr. He's now side by side on the inside, going to be the preferred line through the dog leg.
And that is the lap car, the 78 of Dave Holmberg, that they're working their way around. It's got a couple more retirements. Joey Burgee has decided to call it a night. Isaac Wilson and Aaron Cover. So attrition starting to rear its head here as we are getting ready to put 79 in the books.
Yeah, definitely. I know the feeling of going laps down and then just sort of driving it around can be very demoralizing, but some people have a will of steel and just keep going round no matter what. And I say props to them because I'm not one of those people, I have to admit.
Absolutely, but we touched on it during the pre-race that they are going to have back-to-back slugfests, back-to-back miles at that too. Tonight at Phoenix, and then next week we go to the Miracle Mile up in Loudon, New Hampshire for the New England 200. That's going to be another very tough race to get through. So definitely not going to be an easy time of it to try to qualify for the playoffs. And then we start the playoffs with the longest race of the season, leading into the week of Thanksgiving over here in the States, with the Coca-Cola 600 on November 21st. Don't forget, that is an earlier start time. We are going to be 2 hours earlier, just like we were last week. Yikes. The 22 of Emily Urias had to chase it down the track right in front of the 42 of Joey Maines as she goes a lap down. But right now, Bradka and Nedich going at it for the 7th spot to give the spot to Nedich Jr. in the 66. Is Bradka not having a good time of it tonight?
Yeah, I mean he's still where he started. He's in the 8th position, but we know that he can be further up.
Yes.
See how much damage is on that car. I think I saw some rear damage. Yeah, that's quite a bent rear bumper.
Well, he got into it with the 66 on one of those last restarts, and you can see a ton of right front fender damage. I dare say that the toe has been knocked out of that 53 with how he's handling that car and having to manhandle it around this piece.
Oh yeah, I can see what I mean. I can. You can see the wheel sticking out from the front of the car.
Yeah, absolutely. Is you know, the fact that he's running as high as he is nothing short of miraculous. As looks like we've got one heating up right now. Yes, we do. That is Linus Brostrom in between Austin Cook and Travis Browder. That is your battle for third heating up as Brostrom throws it to the inside, going through 1 and 2.
Yep, that is a lap car who's just getting nearly getting into Austin Cook there. That is Bob Wyckoff that they were just going past.
Yeah.
Browder's still a little way up the road.
Yeah, I had that wrong. I saw the 8 in the number and thought it was Browder, but yeah, that's your battle for fourth.
Completely forgivable.
You know, but the fact that Brostrom is not having the fall off that everybody else is, the only other car that was in the, well, just as I say that, they proved me wrong. There's only 4 cars right now that are running low 28s, and that's Kearns, Villarreal, Browder, and Brostrom. Everybody else looks like 2820s or slower. You know, with tire fall off being right around 2 seconds this deep into a tire run, they're only about 30 laps in.
Yeah, it's well, from what we saw last time around, it's not going to get much worse time-wise, but it will definitely get worse handling-wise. They're going to have to be fighting the car off the corners. We'll probably see a few more getting loose on exit moments. Especially when they're trying to battle and coming off the low side of some of these corners.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, the field's starting to get a little bit strung out right now. Closest battle on track looks like it is for 9th place between Pete Van Sprundel in the 13 and the 49 of Jake Black, as Black got it all wrong coming through the dog leg as they're both working their way around Ria Ferris in the 12.
Yeah, it looks like Brian Chu is now...
Oh! Whoa! Eesh! That was the 36 going for a wild one.
Yeah, I thought that would cause a caution.
Yikes. Chad Walker.
Yeah, that's exactly what we were talking about just a few laps ago with getting loose out of a turn, and if you don't control it perfectly, then that's what's going to happen to you, and then there's going to be a caution.
And you can see by the heavy damage on the rear of that car, that rear axle is completely just about knocked out of that piece. You definitely left hand down right now, trying to keep that car straight, and that's going to be an extended amount of time on pit road, as you can see that rear axle kind of walking back and forth, completely knocking the track bar out of that car. But the good news is nobody's got to do a green flag pit stop, as we are seeing wholesale pit stops right now.
Yep, entirely unsurprising, with
and
6 tire sets overall?
5.
5 overall. Cool.
And I think now would be as good a time as any for us to step away and pay some bills.
Yep, certainly agree. We will be back in just a few moments' time.
Our representatives are currently busy. Please stay on the line, and your call will be answered by the next available representative. The estimated hold time is currently less than 96 minutes. You are are currently caller number 32.
Are you tired of getting blown out of the water by other web hosting solutions? At BladeNode.com, our affordable web hosting and quick customer support is our #1 priority. BladeNode Web Hosting was started with a mission to provide premium hosting at half the price as other hosts without sacrificing features, reliability, and 24/7 customer support with a live technician. Join our community today by visiting BladeNode.com and using promo code BLADE10 for 10% off your first package.
And we are back. Looks like Francisco Villarreal had a better stop than Skylar Carnes, and has made his way back up to first position.
Villarreal had a better time on pit road, and that's what got him the lead by almost half a second from cone to cone better than Carnes. And I believe this is Carnes' first race with the series.
Yeah, I believe so. I haven't seen him so far.
Okay. And Chad Walker has decided to put it on the hauler and call it a night, which, with as much damage as was done to that car, I can't say I blame him. So Villarreal, Carnes, Browder, Brostrom, great recovery drive for the 52.
Yeah, absolutely. He's now up to fourth place and completely in sync with the pit stops.
Yeah,
So,
and he's no longer 2.5 seconds behind the top three. So
yeah.
This is gonna get good.
Well, with the pace he's been showing as well, I would not be surprised to see him battling for the lead with Villarreal and Carnes. Browder's probably going to get into it too. Don't count out Austin Cook or Jalen Battle either, because those two are very quick. So I feel like we could see any of this top six come out with the lead coming into whenever our next caution is going to be. It's been,
absolutely,
well, normally after a double file restart, it's been fairly soon. But hopefully we can break that streak now.
Absolutely. Here we go. Field working its way into the Red Cat restart zone. Green flag in the air, and we are back underway. Kearns and Villarreal in lockstep, and they're 3 wide for 4th.
Yeah, Cook really does like that very inside line off of a restart, and it seems to do pretty well for him, but they're still 2 by 2 by 2 as we come through. Ooh, bit of a moment for Villarreal. That's gonna let Carnes probably take the lead off of this turn. Ooh, 52's being spun. Keep it out the wall. Just about does.
Jeepers. Well, now he's got to do it all over again.
Yeah, no extra damage for him though, luckily. But
no, just
Carnes
a little bit
does
of the
manage to take the
just
lead
got a
back.
little bit of the chrome horn there from your points leader Jalen Battle, as he was trying to tiptoe through 3 and 4, but Brostrom gonna have some time to get back up there, as Needich and Ferris both taking it down pit road. But field's starting to get just a little bit strung out, as the battle right now is hot and heavy for the 5th spot between Bratka and Battle. They are side by side coming through 3 and 4.
Yeah, never mind the 5th spot. We had a bit of a battle for the lead there. Villarreal is back in the lead. Once again, Villarreal and Carnes just swapping positions. Looks like we're going to have another caution. It's telling me it's Casey Tomlinson.
That's what I'm seeing.
A bit of a moment, so we'll have a look.
Coming off of turn 2 again, just
Yep.
yikes.
We've seen that before, and I don't think that's going to be the last one of the race, unfortunately.
I dare say you are correct, sir.
Looks like Brostrom has come into the pits. Probably a bit of a tyre replacement. I don't know whether iRacing does flat spots as well as it may be able to, but
it yes and no. It's
Yeah.
it's not as pronounced as it could be, but it's still there.
Either way, with the amount that tires matter on this track, especially with getting loose off of corners, you're going to be changing those anyway, if you can, and if you've got extra sets. And they were probably only going to go through 4 sets normally, so may as well take your 5th.
Yeah, I mean
and he's gonna do the thing where he has fresher tires again as well.
Right. Now the question is, well, no, I don't think he took tires.
Maybe not.
6.5 seconds. He did not take tires.
Is that not one side? No, that's...
Nope. About a 10-second stop would be 2 tires.
Maybe a little bit of damage repair to the rear bumper.
That's exactly it. They wanted to make sure that they take a baseball bat and stick it in the wheel well and have the driver roll the tire forward. That way it clears out that wheel well to make sure you don't have any tire rub. So that's probably what that team did, just to make sure that when he does try to climb his way through the field, they don't have any issues. As you can see, just a little bit of damage on the right front fender still. Doesn't seem to be hampering too much.
Well, we've already seen that he's got great pace, so I'm assuming that comes with great control. So it probably won't affect him too badly, but he might not be carving through the pack as he would want to try and get back up.
You are correct, sir.
Are we going double file again? It looks like we are.
And we are.
Yeah, they're choosing to risk a double file restart again. The caution wasn't directly after the restart, so that's probably why.
Yeah, they actually handled that last restart pretty well. Just slight contact throughout, here and there. But let's see how this one works. As the pace car is in, as the field works its way off of 2 and down the hallway it goes. The new back straightaway. Villarreal, Carnes, Cook, Browder, Bradka battle Hagman, Black, Maines, and Van Sprundle, your top 10, as the field works its way into the Red Cat restart zone.
Yep, it's all about when Villarreal decides to push the button. It's going to be green just about now, and it looks like he's just about going to get it underway, going very much so to the inside, very low on the dog leg to try and get as much run as he possibly can on Carnes. There's someone into the wall in the back, and that's going to be another caution.
Didn't last long. Austin Cook having some issues going into 3. Looks like there may have been some contact there as they went 3 wide. Yeah, Bradka. Yeah.
Yikes.
Jeepers. And there's our first, thank God this is a simulator moment of the night. As the 43, absolutely nowhere to go, just blasts Cook in the door.
Yeah,
looks like Brian Chu may have caught a piece of that one as well, as he was completely sideways and kicked down the track, bouncing off the 33, going through 1 and 2.
Yeah, and unfortunately, that means Cook is going to join the forever growing gang of pavement modifieds going around here. So I don't know, is it easier to count the cars with a bumper or without a bumper at the front?
Yes.
Yeah, probably about even now, actually.
Just about. See a lot of takers going on pit road. Bradka being one of them. Brostrom in, Chu in, Kerr in, Hagman in. So a lot of damage having to get fixed here. Looks like Cook going to stay out, though.
That's an interesting one, to say the least.
I would have thought he'd have gone down pit road with as hard as he got tagged there.
Ooh, who is that directly behind Cook? That's
the
there's
43.
there's no hood on that car either. Yeah,
That is the 43 of Iskandar, and you're correct. He is completely missing everything in front of that car. And now Mike's got to be careful, because with as hard as he just blasted Cook in the door, he could be suffering radiator damage here. And there it goes.
Is
Just
he going to be
completely
able to
whip the engine. I don't know if he's going to be able to coast that far. At that speed, I doubt he's going to make it to his box, but we're going to find out.
Depends where his box is. If it's around the turn, then I don't think so. But
well, the other thing to consider too, being as there is no fast repair, that's a 45-minute.
Yeah.
That's a 45-minute stop to swap an engine. So that might be the night for Iskandar there.
Yeah, that'll. I think that
they're servicing in the car.
That'll most definitely bring us, or rather, bring him to the end of his race.
Yeah.
Very unfortunate there, as he's retiring on lap 49 with the front runners being on lap 106 at the moment.
Yeah. This just in too. Chad Waller and Dave Holmberg have both decided to call it an evening.
Yeah. Yep. So definitely some good potential spots for those drivers who are choosing to just stick with it.
Yep.
I think everyone 24th and down will be out by now. That's Conover and down. And then Waller, obviously ahead, is...
I've got Tom Stanley in 22nd as the last car still able to run.
Yeah. I've got him in 23rd. Interesting.
Well, I got 22nd for Stanley.
Yeah, with...
But Holmberg is in the pits. The thing is I doubt he's going to be able to get much damage fixed on that car, though. But looks like we're going single file again. Not a big shocker there. Villarreal going to have the button as the field goes into turn number 3 and into the Red Cat restart zone to put 107 of 155 in the books. Now, we have not seen the money stop from your leaders, so expect that within the next handful of laps. Green flag comes out. Villarreal pulls the trigger, and we are back underway.
Looks like everyone is pretty even on that restart. Never mind, as we have Jalen Battle trying to come round Rauder. He's very close to the wall on the outside there. Looks like getting the run now onto the inside of Browder. He's going to get that done into the turn, but very close there for Jacob Black onto the back of Browder.
Absolutely. Full send it mode for the 27, 49 haven't checked up there. Don't look now, but is that a 52 that I see making some headway?
That is. You got a Swede in 7th and a Swede in 8th. There are bit of a block there from Jacob Black. Brostrom having to take the high side here, which is probably what he would want here anyway, but that does bring him to the unpreferred line through the dogleg. They both go pretty narrow on it, and looks like Brostrom is able to get that done. He probably took tyres on the last stop, so that would explain it.
I've got him as doing so, yes.
Contact behind.
Jeepers. Hagman absolutely nowhere to go, gets annihilated.
I'm gonna have to rewind that one again, as it's didn't put me on the correct car. Yeah, Hagman just a bit loose into Jacob Black, puts him up into Bracker. 66 involved. Austin Cook was there. Joey Manis getting a bit more damage for his trouble.
That was a hard shot. Bradka
Well,
just race car to the face.
yeah, that is some more bumpers that are on the floor, not on the cars, and I'm afraid if you don't know these cars by shape or by number, then front bumper for most of them is not going to help you anymore.
Well, you're not wrong.
Looks like Hagman doesn't have a rear either. Or is that just a paint illusion?
No, you're not wrong. He's missing the roll pan.
I have to say, at this point, it's good that there's not drivers getting into incidents all the time, because at that point I definitely would have expected someone to have the DQ by now.
Yeah, but some of them got to be getting close.
Yeah,
You know.
I would say we're probably going to see an unfortunate incident where someone's got close to the DQ limit just through no fault of their own, and there's just going to be an unfortunate one for them. We've seen it before.
Absolutely.
And it probably won't be the last time if it does happen. Obviously, we've got New Hampshire next week, which is going to be another interesting one. And quick check of the rest of the calendar to see what else there is going to be. We've got Dover as well. That's another mile long.
Yeah, that's not back-to-back weeks for difficult flat.
At least they get some break with the Coke 600 at Charlotte in between.
That's a break.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, let's do 600 miles
break.
at Charlotte and call it a walk in the park.
A break
Good
from the
grief.
mile longs. Yeah.
Man, you endurance guys are relentless.
Hey, it's doing 24-hour races does that to you.
Yeah, I know. I used to be a part of the ESBN endurance team, and I've done my share of 24-hour events.
I'll have to see if they're still doing that. I can be the weird hours guy for the rest of you Americans.
They are, and it's now called VSM. I can put you in touch with the team owner over there and let them know that you're willing to join them. I believe Le Mans is coming up.
I'll be an interesting one, but never mind Le Mans when we are in Phoenix.
True story.
Just coming up towards the green flag. They are double file once again, as you can see. It's going to be Francisco Villarreal who is going to step on it and go. Here he does go. And a great restart from Jalen Battle there. He's already going to be alongside Carnes, nearly.
Absolutely. Looks like Browder Van Sprundle and Brostrom were getting into it there on the restart. But getting it sorted out, Carnes back to the lead.
Yeah, able to make that high side work for him. And it looks like Brostrom's going slowly, so he might have had a moment there through whatever turn number that may be.
That was going into 3 and 4. They are now in 1 and 2. So a little bit of right rear damage there. Looks like he may have just grazed the wall, as he's now fighting with Jamie Kerr for the number 7 spot. And good recovery drive so far for Russell Bradka, as he is back up into the 8th spot where he started this piece.
Yep, and as someone who pitted on the last caution, he's going to be looking forward as well. There is no one with younger tyres in front of him. Was that Jamie Kerr into the wall?
Yes, it was. Just pounded it coming off of 2.
Yeah, I'm glad my eyes aren't deceiving me. I just basically just saw him fly down the track, and I thought, what is this?
Yeah, there was nothing malice about it. He just went a little too high on corner exit, and it's very easy to do. I mean, it was easy to do before they put the safer barriers down the hallway, but since they did that, you figure you get the track narrowed up by about 3 feet, or 3/4 of a meter, anyways. That's definitely not the easiest going.
Yeah, exactly. And we can see now Bracker is already right on the back of Brian Chu as we come into a caution. Looks like that was Bob Wyckoff. Something happened to him. See if we can get that. Ooh, just going down onto the dogleg. He just gets it wrong on the transition. Hits the inside wall. Hits it again. And that brings out the yellow. And are we going to be seeing the last stop from these drivers? I think we would be.
This should be the money stop as far as you can make it from here. Now the question is, are they going to, who's going to see come down pit road? It looks like Battle and Company as Carnes, Villarreal, Brostrom, and Hagman all stay out. So should be the money stop for Browder and Company.
Yeah, I mean Brostrom and Hagman, I can understand why they would stay out. I think Brostrom can still technically make it. He last pitted lap 104 from what I can see.
Brostrom and Hagman should be able to make it.
We saw the first stints going 50 odd laps, so Brostrom probably can make it. Hagman can definitely make it. So
right.
See whether staying out's going to work for him, but he's going to have drivers with 8-lap younger tyres right behind him from 5th through down to 11th.
Right.
They're going to be
question
hungry.
Is, when are we going to see Carnes and Villarreal bring it down for their money stop?
They're probably banking on there being another caution, which I can probably see happening. Although they could get really unlucky with an extended green flag run. And,
we've seen it go both ways.
Yeah.
So, everybody listening in the chat right now, those of you watching live, let us know what your pick is. Drop a note in the live chat. Do you think Carnes and Villarreal are going to get that caution that they need, or do you think they're going to get put behind the 8 ball?
Yeah, it might be a bit of a long shot for a 33, probably coming into 32 lap green flag run. But we have seen it before. And they might be being more careful here with incident points, but at the same time it's coming towards the end of the race, so they're going to be wanting to go for it to get the win. But I'm not gonna put my bets on anyone just yet, because as soon as I say that, they will crash out.
Absolutely, and don't forget at the conclusion of this race, you can jump on over to the next stream that we are going to have tonight, as we are going to be bringing you the Major Series and their American Sportsman Indy Japan 300. That broadcast scheduled to start at 7:50 Eastern Time, so about 20 minutes from now. As the lights go out on the Ford Mustang GT500 pace car, the official pace car of iRacing. Carnes going to have the button as the pace car gets ready to duck on off as they work their way through 1 and 2 on lap 123 of 155. And unfortunately, my friend, I might have to leave you just a tick early.
Yeah, that would be completely understandable, but I'm sure it'll be exciting enough for me to be able to cover it on my own at the end if needs be. So I guess you're hoping for the green flag run just so you can see it through to the end.
Yes, I am.
Well,
If we stay green, I can see at least the checker, but we all doubt that's actually going to happen, considering it's Phoenix, baby.
yep, and they did have the double file start. The 11 getting very loose there in the background. Nearly 3 wide for the lead here, but Brostrom and Villarreal are going to be battling out Brostrom on those younger tyres, but look at the cars behind, all on 16 lap younger tyres than Brostrom himself, and even younger than Villarreal and Carnes. Got Battlebrowder, Van Sprundle, Bracker, Chu and Kerr all right behind. Hagman has dropped like a stone on this restart.
With as heavily as that number 54 is, it's not surprising.
Absolutely.
You know, that car has been through a war already, and we still have looks like 30 laps to go.
Yep, just about, and it looks like Brostrom's hanging on pretty well, considering Bracker getting very loose there.
He was a little low coming off of 2.
Off of 2, yeah.
We've seen that bite people time and time again here tonight.
It's only been 126 laps, and I've just got used to the corner numbers.
Yeah. And we got one around in the back. That looks like Jamie Kerr. Yes, it was.
Just gets up into the wall and then straight down and just can't control it. Spins, just about avoiding someone. Couldn't quite tell who that was. No front bumper to give me any indication to that one.
Hold on, I can tell you. $17. So for the first time tonight, Marshall Harris did not get caught up in someone else's dumpster fire. So looks like his luck might be turning for the better.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's his luck's turning a bit too late because he's out of this race for pretty much any good finish. But well, I mean, any finish is a good finish in these leagues. Though as I say that, I click to him and it goes to Scenic, so
yeah,
I don't know where he is.
He is still on track with a 4-digit ping.
That would make sense.
Yeah. But Kerr in the 10 on pit road. Wyckoff is still on pit road, as well as Mike Iskandar. Looks like Marshall Harris has called it a night. Yes, he has. Marshall Harris has called it a night, as has Jacob Black.
Yeah, and I don't mean to put you down, but I'll put your attention to the SRM Discord, Tony. Nothing that the stream necessarily needs to know about, but just in case you hadn't seen.
Which one?
The
SRM?
General, yeah.
Give me a second here.
Just so you know before you go into that next stream.
Where am I looking?
Just in the general chat.
Okay, hold on, it's loading.
I don't necessarily like doing it, but I would recommend an @everyone ping.
Me?
Yeah. 'Cause
In there?
I'm pretty sure that was not supposed to be your co-commentator, no?
Oh, yeah, I already received word about that.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, he and I have been PMing each other, so...
Ah, okay. Yeah, just thought I'd let you know if you didn't know already, but
Appreciate it, my friend. Appreciate it.
yeah, no worries. Lights on the pace car are out.
Yes,
Go the
they
cars
are.
this time. It's going to have the button when we eventually get round. Pace car's going to dive off, and we get the long wait.
Carnes, Villarreal, Brostrom back up into the top 3. And there is your points leader, Jalen Battle, up 8 spots when we started this piece. Biggest mover so far is Derek Cook in the 41, up 18 from where he started. Currently sitting in 10th, battling for 9th, as green flag back in the air, and we have a melee at the front.
Battle very high.
And there it is.
Oh, yeah. Back under caution again. Let's
Yoy!
figure that one out.
What the hell was that?
Oh!
She never even touched the brakes.
Oh!
Emily
just
never even tried to slow down.
I just want to know why Ria was suddenly slowing.
To try to turn into turn 1?
Yeah, maybe, but it looked a lot harsher than it normally does.
Because the 20 never even tried to slow down.
Yeah. Either way, I'd be really surprised to not see Carnes and Villarreal down pit road this time. But it's a weird situation for them, because if they do it now, then they're pretty much guaranteed to lose their lead, and they probably won't come back from it. I don't think they can run to the end. Even if they do, it's not going to be good for them.
No, because the tire degradation is just going to get worse. You know,
But they
so it
haven't come
behooves
down.
them. You're right, they haven't, and that's kind of scary. But unfortunately, my friend, I am going to have to step away from this one and let you finish the broadcast on solo.
Yep.
So
that is no
see
worries.
you next week. I will see you next week from Loudon.
Yep, that is no worries. Good luck with your other broadcast.
Thank you, sir.
Hopefully it'll be exciting enough so that I can take it from here. But thanks for joining me.
Thanks for having me, and we'll see you next week.
Yep, see you then. As we'll see them just still coming around. Looks like biggest mover at the moment, shared between Derek Cook, Casey Tomlinson and Emily Urias. With 18 spots gained, Derek Cook up in 10th place. Still got 12 cars on the lead lap. And we'll see whether the lights are going to come off on the pace car this time around. They're probably going to try a single file restart. Yep. Lights are off, we stay single file. So coming around, it's going to be Carnes when we eventually get back round to the restart zone who's going to have the button. Try and do some quick mental maths here on how old his tyres are, but what I can tell you immediately is that Brostrom behind has 12 lap younger tyres than Carnes and Villarreal, and behind that, Battle back to Chu are 16 laps younger than that even. And Kirkuk and Hagman, watch them because they pitted either this time around, it would have been this time around, yep. So they're on completely fresh tyres as we come to the green flag. And see if anyone's getting a run. Like Brostrom is right on the back of Francisco Villarreal already. See whether he can make anything happen here. So close at the back there between Bratka and Browder. They're going at it for the 5th position. Villarreal just running quite wide there off the turn. Just through the middle of it, and Brostrom not quite getting anything done. Full send it mode from Russell Bratka. As he dives it down to the inside of Browder, he's going to have the line through the dogleg. Going to stay on the inside, but Browder has managed to keep it alongside him, so he's going to get a good run down on the backstretch. Down the hallway we come. There's a bit of contact coming out of the turn, but nothing doing there, and Browder does make it through. That's going to leave Bratka maybe a bit open for Van Sprundel if he can get a run. Like he's going to peek to the inside. Doesn't make it this time around. And looking back up at the front with 16 to go, it's still Carnes ahead of Villarreal, ahead of Brostrom. Battle not necessarily making the ground that I would have thought he would make. There's a decent gap now back to Browder. That's about half a second. But I would have thought those fresher tyres would be doing a lot more for Battle than they currently are. But they don't look like they're really doing anything too special at the moment. Especially considering this pack behind him is on the same life tyres. They're not able to catch up to Brostrom and Villarreal and Carnes at all either. Bratka there being a bit blinking a bit as Brian Chu is a bit slow through the turn. Could that allow a bit of an injured car of Derek Cook to have a look? Like he might have a bit of a peek at him on the inside, coming down through the backstretch. Have to send it pretty hard if he wants anything, and it looks like he's not going to be able to get there. And up at the front, all they're doing is just stretching out. It would be very impressive if Villarreal and Carnes can make it to the end on those tyres, but they clearly didn't pit for a reason. They thought it would be good enough. Obviously those tyres have seen a decent amount of yellow flag running as opposed to green flag flat out racing, so there could still be some decent life left in them. especially if they've been saving and not battling so much over these past 40 or so laps. Across the line here for 10 to go, and it's going to be Carnes from VRL, from Broström, from Battle from Browder is your top 5. And it looks like Derek Cook might be looking on a move on Brian Chu. Not quite getting anything done there. Taking a bit of a weird line down the, I was going to call it a front straightaway, but not really much of a straight there at the moment. It's just got a dog leg. Carnes and Villarreal now. My apologies. Coming through the lap traffic of Ria Ferris, who got involved in an unfortunate incident some laps ago. Ooh, very close there with Ferris. Browder and Brack are just trying to get through as quickly as possible, obviously in a battle with each other. Brack was a lot closer to Browder before they had to lap the number 12 car. Closest battle here is actually for the lead. So if Villarreal can push it and try and break Carnes' defense, then he will definitely be in a good shot for the lead, because we are not long to go here now. They're going to be coming across the line for 5 laps to go in just a few seconds' time. As Carnes is looking for his maiden win here in his first race in the BladeNode Cup Series here at Phoenix Raceway. He's been very good today, and doesn't look like Villarreal can get all that close to him at the moment. Despite the tyres, they're still lapping mid-27s. Could be something to do with less fuel in those cars, although I assume they're going to be very tight on fuel as we come across the line. We might not even be seeing these guys doing in-laps. Carnes might have to do donuts on fumes if he ends up winning this at the end. There's 3 to go, so not long now. As we round 1 and 2, about 2.5 miles left for our drivers. And it looks like we might have an interesting battle here for 6th between Bracker and Van Sprundel. Browder's not far ahead. It's going to have to be a bit of a send from one of these drivers to get a move done, but one small mistake out of a corner would absolutely do it for them here. Browder's got nothing to look for forward, so he's going to be one eye on driving, one eye behind him, as not quite able to make a move there. Van Sprundel, as Carnes goes on to the final lap. White flag is in the air, and Pete Van Sprundel just about getting past Russell Bracker there, actually. Looked like not the best exit out of 4 for Bracker, and that allowed Pete Van Sprundel through. And checkered flag is in the air here for Skylar Carnes. Going to be coming across to win the Saguaro 155 at Phoenix. Villarreal just behind. Linus Broström is the fastest Swede of the day. And points leader Jalen Battle coming home in 4th position. He is most definitely solidified himself. Well, he's most definitely through to the playoff rounds. There's top 12 drivers going through to the playoffs after our next race in New Hampshire. So only one race to go to be able to for these drivers to be able to get themselves through. And we'll just see here Skylar Khan's doing his victory donuts. As I am able to confirm the results to you. Once it allows me to bring the graphic up, there we go. Skylar Khan's with a very good victory in that number 95 car. That's his first race in the BladeNode Cup Series, and he's got a win out of it. He's going to be looking to make it 2 of 2 coming into New Hampshire. And Francisco Villarreal, 2nd place in points, 2nd place in this race, in the number 23, just behind him. Linus Broström in 3rd. So, 2 newbies on the top 3. Jalen Battle is in 4th place, our points leader. Travis Browder in 5th, Pete Van Sprundle 6th, Russell Bratka 7th, Jamie Kerr in 8th, Brian Chu 9th, Derek Cook is in 10th, Marcus Hagman a little way off in 11th, and John Nidich Jr. in 12th is the last driver on the lead lap. Then it's going to be Ferris from Manis, from Tomlinson, from Now, from Urias, from Wyckoff. After that, it's going to be Stanley, Cook, Black, Harris, Waller, Conover, Burgee, Hopley, Holmberg, Iskandar, Banner, Wilson, Woodward, Corshane, Terrio, and Hermie Sadler will round us out. Zachary Taylor never starting the race, so either race control or just choosing not to race, but he stayed in the entire time, so I'm assuming he's race control. But I will see now here if we can get some form of interviews. I'll be able to get Villarreal in immediately. I can assure that one. Hello, Francisco, do you copy?
Got you loud and clear.
Yeah, well, it was a decent result for you in the end there, P2. Probably not what you would have wanted starting from pole. Obviously, a win is more ideal, but 2nd place is definitely still a good result here at Phoenix.
Yeah, I mean, I did start on the pole, and me and Skylar were going back and forth the entire race. The restarts just killed me. I felt like when I would lead the race, had I been able to either go rather than starting on green, going in the restart box, or being able to choose the outside line, I think it would have given me the little bit of an advantage to maintain the lead. But the guy on the inside, it's tough to maintain that lead. Really got to send it in there.
Yeah, it looked like it was tough from that inside line, but Khan's definitely made it work a few times. But from my calculations, you are definitely into the playoffs. Well clear of the next guy behind you, and well, about to win a league of his own, but never mind that. So, how are you feeling looking forward to New Hampshire and then the rest of the races in the playoffs that we've got coming up?
New Hampshire, not really looking forward to it, I'm not gonna lie. As for the playoffs, I believe the first race is gonna be the Coke 600.
Yep.
That one, last season I finished 2nd there. I love mile and a half tracks like that, so getting a little confidence for those type of races coming up.
Yeah, I think it's definitely going to be important for you to show yourself out there in the first race of the playoffs and, well, be able to get a decent lead. Obviously, you will get reset to the same amount of points. So it'll definitely be good to get a good result in that first one. But any other closing comments? Anyone you need to thank?
I mean, shout out to Skylar. We worked together there at the end just because we were on older tires compared to the rest of the field. So shout out to him. We worked together. Awesome. Made it work. Good win to him. Shout out to the league for putting on this race. Shout out to you all for broadcasting it. Shout out to my gaming org, the St. Louis Leviathans. But yeah, just fun racing and glad I could come home in second.
Yeah, cool. Well, congratulations again, and thank you very much. Hope to be speaking to you again next week.
Hopefully.
Ooh, that was Francisco Villarreal, our second place driver, and I will now bring in Linus Brostrom. Hello, Linus, do you copy?
I do, hello.
So, that's... I don't think you can complain about that result in the end. P3 in what I believe is your first start in the BladeNode Cup Series. How do you think that went for you?
Well, I don't really know where to start. I kind of messed up in qualifying, so I ended up back in 6th or whatever, and then got loose off the corner in the start, so I had to work my way from the back and had some issues back there. So I was down like 30 RPM from, I think, lap 40 or 30 or something. Then I just tried to keep it clean up through the field and got ran over from behind going into 3-on-2 restarts, which sent me from 6th back to 10th and 4th back to 11th. So I worked my way kind of through the field several times, and then at the end there we were kind of hoping that the guys at the front would run out of fuel, but we had too many cautions, so obviously they were able to save, and because of that engine damage in the end, I think I got to be pretty happy with 3rd, because I had nothing for those guys, but without the engine damage, I think it would have been a 3-way race there towards the end. But still, considering everything that happened, 3rd almost feels like a win. So I think I got to be happy with this result anyway, even though I was hoping for better.
Yeah, I was going to say, it definitely wasn't the most uneventful race for you out there. We saw you get run over a couple times, just sending you back a few times. I don't think you ever had any major contact with the wall, though, if I remember correctly, which was lucky.
Yeah, no, I managed to avoid that. The first spin that I did on my own, I nearly plowed the inside wall, but managed to save it, and then I had a couple of incidents further back where I ran someone over and got ran over from behind, but I never had contact with the wall, so I never got any major damage. But
yeah,
the 30 RPM on the engine is obviously what brings the speed down coming out of the corners. So, but in the end, the 3rd place is still pretty good.
Yeah, exactly. And well, I think we've basically made our own mini award. Myself and Tony, who unfortunately had to leave a bit early, of the fastest Swede of the day. Obviously, that's been going to Marcus Hagman every time, but this time it's coming to you because you're able to put up a fight to him, being a Swede yourself as well. So congratulations on that one. Just a little mini award from us. But any other closing thoughts? Anyone you need to thank?
Well, of course, first of all, the organizers for letting me run this. I've only ran, I think, 3 races in the league overall, and I don't know what the limit is to get in here, but obviously I'm good enough to be here, so I'm thankful that they let me join, even though it's like 2 a.m. here right now, and so I should be in bed ages ago, but still, it's fun to race, fun to find leagues like this. And then Mark is obviously my teammate for letting me join his team. We're teammates outside of this as well, so shout out to my whole team of Force Esports, and to the guys up front, 1st and 2nd there, to Skylar and FJ for a good race, and then obviously you guys for putting on the broadcast.
Yeah, well, thank you very much. I have to admit, it's not much earlier for me. Only an hour behind you, but I'll let you get off to bed. And congratulations again on 3rd place.
Thank you.
Ooh, so now we will be able to interview our eventual winner, Skylar Carnes. Hello, Skylar. Do you copy?
I do.
Well, not much. Well, not much more you can say, really. A win. How do you think it went?
I think it went very, very well. I knew Francisco had the short run speed against me. He definitely had it. He's watched the top guys that run this in the Coke Series run this track. He sat and observed it and memorized it and just put the same stuff that they did. So he had the short run speed. I had the long run speed. I always, conserve my tires a little bit more and just prepare for the long run, no matter what it is. The only time I worry about a short run is whenever it's 25 to go or 10 to go at the very end of the race. So that's my mindset going in. The car was beautiful the whole entire night. We just, all of the JGR team, we were all communicating with each other. It was beautiful until anybody got a little bit of damage. That damage with the arrow just upset the car. So it was important to keep it out of the wall, try to limit contact with other cars, and try to keep the car as clean as we can, even if we're in dirty air behind somebody. As long as we have a clean car, we're going to be able to definitely make it and definitely do something with it.
Yeah, definitely keeping a clean car was key today, because I'm pretty sure we ended that with more cars with no front bumper than cars with a front bumper. But you managed to keep it clean, obviously, and get the win. Just a quick question on the tyre and fuel situation at the end there, because it looked like it would get quite ropey towards the end. Did the extra cautions help you out there in saving both of those?
So yes, we knew when the caution came out on 92, we were going to pit and we were going to stay out for a little bit longer. One of our teammates, the 18, he went in. Everybody else went in. Francisco and I stayed out whenever that caution came around 120. But we knew on lap 92 we would need cautions to make it to the end to save with fuel. And so all those cautions that happened from lap 92 to the end, it definitely helped. We put it in fourth, held down the clutch and just coasted the whole entire time and saved plenty of laps. We had probably about 20 laps to the good once we were, coming down to the very end. So we didn't have to worry about fuel at all. Tires, I was just on the same mission, save them as long as we can to where we can put up a battle and try to equal out the tires whenever the guys with fresh tires come up to us. So that was the main thing I was telling Francisco: save your tires as much as you can. They're going to get to us. If they had 10 more laps in the race, they probably would have got around us. But we held out for as long as we can, and we did it. So I wasn't sweating one bit when it came down to the fuel or the tires at all.
Yeah, it shows how well you saved your tires with you having pitted on 92 and then other guys behind you pitting on 120 and they just couldn't catch you. So props to yourself and Francisco on that one. But any other comments or anyone you need to thank before I let you go?
I definitely want to thank all the fans of the 95. I'm normally the 47 in other leagues I run. I want to thank all the guys over in my other league, No Toads Racing League, for supporting me. I want to thank all my friends and family who sit and watch this. I want to thank you for putting on the broadcast. I want to shout out Francisco as well. He gave me a run for my money. We battled it out long and hard, and it was fun. I was smiling from ear to ear the whole entire race racing against him. And I definitely want to thank Marshall for inviting me to the league and bringing me into this, because it's a blast, and I can't wait to run more.
Yeah, well, thank you very much for putting a good show on for us up at the front, and congratulations again on your win. I will let you go and celebrate.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, no worries. And that can just about wrap us up for now. I'll just bring up the results again just as a little reminder. But be sure to join us once again next week. Same time, same place for just finding the name, the New England 200 at New Hampshire. Green flag, well, qualifying beginning at 6 p.m. Eastern time for that one. That's going to be the final race before the playoffs, so it's going to be very important for those guys in the championship that are around 12th place and just under it to get a good result there. They are going to be battling hard in New Hampshire for that one. If you're looking for more racing tonight, then we have on ESPN the Majors Series currently happening. That's where Tony's disappeared off to, so he's going to be covering that one. And I don't think there's anything else I need to say, so I've been Jason Sorford, joined by Tony Trapasso, and from me, it is good night.